Mental Health Awareness Week 2020. Thought I'd come on and just do a short video to share with you some of my thoughts about mental illness. Now, obviously, and many other people have said this, that mental illness isn't just something for one day or a week. This is something that a great many people suffer with in ways that if you haven't experienced it, you're just not going to be able to appreciate just how tough it can be. They're experiencing this day in, day out. But there is great value in having a week like this to raise the awareness of the different types of things and to remind everybody that everybody has mental health. We all have mental health. We all have physical health. It is a thing that we all have. Now, when things start going wrong, when things get too much, when people start developing conditions, then it can turn into a mental illness, just like a physical illness, and it requires treatment. There are a great many mental illnesses. There are a great many conditions that can be caused by a great many things. And there are people who are far more qualified than me to go through those things. The part of mental illness and mental health that I am particularly passionate about, however, is something that starts off very innocent, very a good quality. Something that starts as a good quality in its innocence can result in serious mental illness. This is the thing that I take exception to. This is the thing that I feel is so unnecessary. This is the thing that when I talk about becoming the hero of your life story, when I start talking about let's start living rather than existing, when I start talking about living a life worth remembering and building that for the future and encouraging us to reflect on right now what's been serving us in the past, what's serving us now, and what future could we build. All of that, all of it, behind the scenes is fueled by this innocent, good quality that I see in so many people, but can result in illness. And that thing is wanting to be a good person, being a conscientious person, being a hard-working person, wanting to do a good job, get paid for it, pay the bills, look after their family, have a good life. Who doesn't want that? Hands up if you don't want that. This is the thing that, as adults, we want. We want to be able to do a good job, get paid for it, pay the bills, have a happy life with our families. Great, job done, brilliant. How could that possibly result in mental illness? Well, you see, over time, work cultures, systems, processes, external influences, external pressure, external expectations, combined with internal expectations and experiences, twist and distort these fundamental positive qualities and desires, twists it and warps it and adds pressure, and before you know it, this conscientious, hard-working person is stressed and overwhelmed, and before you know it, they've got low mood more often than not, and the low mood builds into depression, and the depression turns into severe depression, and then there's all the anxiety about all this pressure that they've got, and they don't know how to deal with it, and that they they can't work in this environment anymore, but they realize that if they can't work in there, then they're not going to get paid and they can't pay the bills. So they convince themselves they have to stay in this situation, and it gets worse and worse, and the anxiety and the fear and the frustration, and then there's the anger and the resentment. Before you know it, you've got somebody with extreme depression, potentially self-harming, built a condition like generalized anxiety disorder, and if they're not caught, potentially taking their lives. All stemming from the fact they were good people, hard-working, conscientious people that just wanted to do a good job, pay the bills, look after their family, have a good life. That is somehow warped and twisted, and even, dare I say, sometimes taken advantage of, to an end result that I have been through, and I would not wish it on my worst enemy. That is what I take exception to. That is the message behind my messages. That is why I'm here, to help people build a better tomorrow. To leave behind what's not serving them, the stuff that is frustrating and stressing and overwhelming them. It is not doing you any good. Prolonged periods of that will, I guarantee you, will impact your health. And I guarantee you they will impact your relationships. And let me give you the sad truth is, if you are working in a business, no matter what your knowledge, no matter what your experience, no matter how good you are, and even how respected you are in that business, you can be replaced. So you have to ask yourself, is the business I'm working for, which is somebody else's dream, somebody else's vision, is that worth putting your life on the line for? It's a simple answer, no. But when we're in that situation, I know how difficult it can be, because you think you haven't got a choice. And again, one of my key messages is you always have a choice. Maybe not an easy one, but you always have a choice. So during this week, this mental health awareness week, please do reflect. Reflect on your work, your life, your lifestyle, what it was like before COVID-19 came along, what it's like now, what you might like it to look like in the future. Maybe think about your colleagues, your friends, your family, maybe people that were struggling before COVID-19 came along. How are they dealing with things now? Is there actually some positivity that's come back? Or actually, is it even worse than ever? Now is the opportunity we are all being given to decide, what does our future look like? And it can change. And I guarantee you, it will change. There is no going back. Life will not be the same as it was before COVID-19. There will always be the shadow and the ghost of COVID-19 on whatever the future lies ahead. Whatever we build, it will have been impacted in some form or fashion. Why don't we take the initiative? Why don't we take some decisions and choice, take some control over our lives so that it can be a healthier and happier, more abundant life that we live in the future. I leave you with these thoughts. And as always, please stay safe. And for anybody that's out there suffering in any shape or form, my thoughts, my prayers, my love, my strength and my courage is with you. Please do reach out to whoever it is that you trust and tell them how you feel. Thank you.